Do you ever wonder what causes those pesky flyaway hairs? What causes them? And why can't you get your hair to lay down flat? Welcome or welcome back. I'm Laura, I'm a hairstylist, and in this video, I'm gonna break down the 3 main culprits to flyaway hair, as well as explain exactly what you need to do to keep them away for good. First culprit of flyaway hair, new hair growth. New hairs growing in can especially be an issue if you lost a good amount of hair all at the same time. And there can be a number of reasons as to why you may have experienced hair loss. And when the hair starts to grow back in, it'll start off in the form of baby hairs. And these hairs can become a little out of control until they get a little bit of length to them so that they have the weight that will hold them down. Okay, number 2, the second cause is hair breakage. So hair breakage can be caused from a number of different factors. The most common ones are chemical damage, heat damage, and tension damage. Things like hair ties worn in the same exact spot constantly can put a lot of pressure on one area of the hair. So pay attention if there's one area in particular that you have a lot of flyaway hairs, and try to notice if this could be coming from maybe if you're wearing your hair in a ponytail in a specific way. Or another common way is actually wearing sunglasses on the top of your head. This can cause breakage throughout your hair up top, and these hairs will often stand straight up. Now, if you notice that you have flyaway hairs up and down your entire hair strand, it's very likely that you've actually damaged your hair from heat tools. Using your iron too hot or without protection can significantly damage and break your hair. Okay, the third culprit is a lack of moisture. So just like our skin, your hair needs to be moisturized regularly. And while regular conditioner in the shower is important, you need to do more than just regular conditioner to moisturize your hair. The outer layer of our hair resembles fish scales, and they open and close. If they aren't properly moisturized, they will be left open, which causes frizzy hair and damage to the inner layers of your hair strand. The outer layer of your hair should be laying down closed, smooth, and flat. This will protect the inner layers of your hair as well as keeping moisture inside of the hair. Now, keep in mind that if your hair is staticky, maybe particularly in the wintertime, this is also caused from a lack of moisture. All right, now let's talk about some solutions. So the first tip is to wash your hair less frequently. Now, since one of the main culprits is a lack of moisture, it makes sense that washing your hair less is going to be a solution. When we shampoo our hair, we're stripping it of its natural oils. There's a reason why you do produce natural oils. Those oils keep the inner layers of your hair moisturized. Shampooing too frequently strips the hair of these oils, which will dry your hair out. I find in the wintertime when my hair and my skin feels a little bit drier, I can actually skip an extra day between washing. This is because I'm not sweating as much and there's not as much humidity in the air. As a general rule of thumb, you should wash your hair anywhere from 1 to 3 times a week, depending on your hair type. If you have a lot of hair, you're gonna be able to go longer between washes because you have more hair to absorb the oil. If you have less hair, you're gonna have to wash it more frequently because there's not as much hair to absorb the oil. Okay, solution number 2 is to avoid ironing the hair. Now, heat damage is one of the main culprits for breakage that I would see in the salon. And heat damage can be caused from either ironing your hair too frequently, having your iron turned up too high, or not using a thermal protectant. So if you have frizz and flyaway hairs all throughout your entire hair strand, you want to pay attention to this solution. Now, I want to point out that blow drying your hair is much better for it than ironing it. So if you're gonna choose one or the other, definitely go with blow drying. The reason for this is because the blow dryer produces indirect heat and irons produce direct heat. The blow dryer is just hot air diffused hitting your hair, while an iron is an actual much hotter plate that goes directly against your hair. This increases your chances for burning it. Personally, I only iron my hair for special occasions, and I blow dry my hair every time I wash it. Sure, maybe it's not as cute as curled hair, but for me, having healthy, smooth hair is worth it. Now, on those instances where you do choose to still iron your hair, you need to make sure you're using your iron turned to the lowest setting possible to where it will still work. This is going to be dependent on your hair type as well as your iron type, but I recommend using smaller sections and turning it way down to like 300 to 350. I've never had a client in my chair that I had to use the iron turned all the way up on. And I was a hairstylist for almost 18 years, so that's saying a lot. turn your irons down. Now, another way to avoid damage from your heat tools is to always use a thermal protectant. And in the next section, I'm gonna talk more about products, but it's important that you use an aerosol spray, a thermal protectant, before any iron touches your hair. And that brings us on to our next solution. Follow a product regimen. So in order to combat frizzy hair and flyaways, you'll need to follow a product regimen that is going to moisturize your hair. This will heal your hair if it is damaged and smooth the cuticle down so that it's laying down flat. It will also help protect against staticky hair if your hair is lacking moisture. In the description, I'm gonna link my favorite products, but right now I'm just gonna give you a gist of what type of products you should go for. For one, you'll wanna go with a shampoo and conditioner that are geared towards eliminating frizz or moisturizing the hair. Next, you'll want to make sure that you're regularly using conditioning treatments to either rebuild the broken bonds in your hair and heal your hair if it's damaged, or delivering moisture to those inner layers of your hair. It's important to note that regular conditioner won't penetrate the deeper layers of your hair, and you'll need to use a conditioning treatment or a deep conditioner that's designed to penetrate deeper into the hair to deliver moisture to those layers. Next, you'll want to make sure you're using a leave-in conditioner as well as a hair serum. Now, if you watched my video on my hair wash day routine, you saw that I used 2 leave-in products. I recommend always using 2 forms of leave-in products, whether it's a spray, a cream, or a serum. Now, if you're fighting flyaway hairs, your best bet is gonna be to use a cream leave-in conditioner as well as a serum leave-in conditioner, because the spray leave-in conditioner is gonna be a bit lighter, so it's not gonna have enough weight to hold the hair down. Next up is a thermal protectant and shine spray. Now, if you're not gonna iron your hair, you can skip this step, but if you do iron your hair, it's very important to never ever skip using a thermal protectant before ironing your hair. Okay, next is to use a dry conditioner. Now, in my opinion, dry conditioner is the most underrated product in the hair industry. Anytime I bring it up to my clients, most of them said they've never even heard of it before. This will help to lay down staticky hair as well as smooth the outer layer of your hair or the cuticle down so it's laying flat. I find dry conditioner works really well, especially for those with coarser, frizzy prone, not so soft hair types. Okay, and the last one is to use a hairspray to give your hair a little bit of control. Now, you don't need to use a firm hold hairspray, but it can be helpful to use something with a little bit of hold just to get the hair to stay down flat. A medium to light hold hairspray is not going to make your hair feel stiff and crunchy, but it will help to give you a little more control. Just make sure that before you spray the hairspray, you're holding the can at least 8 to 10 inches away. If you hold it too close, the hairspray will be concentrated in one area and it will definitely feel a little more stiff-like. I recommend spraying it 8 to 10 inches away and then combing your fingers or a brush through it to diffuse the product a little bit. Alright guys, let me know in the comment section if you learned anything new from this video. And make sure you subscribe if you want to make every day a good hair day. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.